So sitting comfortably, sit bones, nice and relaxed. Oh no, if you're going to do that, definitely going to move you. Come on, go away, in your bed. Spine long and crown of your head up towards the ceiling or sky if you're outside. Maybe not in England, it's a bit frosty today. So long in your body, relaxed legs, and getting that balance of being able to relax in this position takes a lot of practice. So constantly checking in with which bits of you you've got engaged and holding on a little too tight, perhaps, for the purposes you need them for. So legs relaxed. Yeah. Check into your lower back. Notice where your curves are. And your mid back and your upper back and into your neck. So close your eyes here. Take a nice deep breath in. And keep going at your own pace. Noticing the pace that you feel comfortable breathing at. Sometimes we're good with taking in those nice deep breaths. Sometimes it feels a little harder. Just noticing how you're going with the breath. Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Check in with your shoulders as you breathe in and out. And there should be a little bit of movement, but think about whether you've got them relaxed or whether they're up towards your ears a little. Allow your shoulder blades to roll down your back. Try to let yourself have some space in the front of your throat and neck. Maybe this means raising your chin a little, and at the same time, perhaps send your sternum up a few millimeters and out. Allowing yourself that length in the front of your body as well as into the sides. We're going to do a little box breath here. So we're going to breathe in and out. Let's say rectangle. Let's go for rectangle breath, not box breath. So we're going to breathe in. Imagine in your mind's eye your breath traveling from left to right. Maybe you want to move your eyes behind your eyelids. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, you're looking from the right corner down to the top right corner, down to the bottom right corner. As you breathe in again, swooping all the way back along a lower line. So the bottom part of that rectangle from lower right to lower left. And as you breathe out, moving your eyes up again to top left. So we go top left, top right, bottom right, bottom right, bottom left, and back to the starting point again. And I said rectangle breath because we want that out breath to be really slow. See how you go. Just try to keep the top and bottom the same length and the sides the same length. And you can physically move your eyeballs or you can just movement. For now, as we focus on the angle of breath, finding an empty space in the middle. Not even an empty space, a space of nothing. Our focus is just along that thin line as we draw the breath in and out. Last round, do one complete rectangle here. Relax those muscles just under your arms. Still keeping the crown of your head lifted up towards the ceiling. And well done. Gently bringing your legs out in front of you. Bring them into staff pose, Dandasana. So putting as much of the backs of your legs onto the floor, onto your mat as possible. Maybe lifting your heels off altogether. So squeezing into your calves here. Releasing any little bits of flesh. Just trying to get a really good connection with your sit bones. So sit bones dropping down and from there stacking up through the spine, shoulders, neck, head, all the way down in that nice strong line, straight-ish line. And heels are off. So you're pulling your toes back towards your face. Backs of the legs should feel completely engaged here. And a nice straightish back, but a long back. I think a lot of the times in yoga when people say straight back, what we really mean is a long back. So I should try and remember that one. So we're just sitting here for a moment, stretching out the backs of our legs. And this is the kind of posture that looks like you could just quietly sit here all day with no effort required whatsoever. And actually, after a few moments, you start to feel where you are having to work. You might feel it in the muscles in your groin, certainly across the back, especially if you've been doing something, and certainly in the backs of legs here as you pull your toes quite forcefully towards your body. Curling those toes as much as you can as well. There's probably not a lot of backwards movement. And then let's send the hands forward as well. So toes and fingertips pulling back towards our bodies. I guess fingertips are pulling back towards the face a little more. Now, depending on what you've been up to, you might feel that quite strongly in the top of your arms here. So we're sending the fingertips back to the face or drawing them back to the face, sending the heels of the hands forward. So maybe a little rounding in the back now, in the upper back, or perhaps that doesn't can't even speak. Perhaps that doesn't look too much like rounding, more like curling. So think about extending your shoulders forward. Still keeping that nice steady breath going. How are you doing with your feet? Have you started to relax a little? Push forward. Okay, now we're going to change this. Send your toes away. Send your fingertips down towards your legs. If you've been holding your breath, now's the time. It's good to take a deep, steady breath and try and encourage No breath holding to occur in your practice today. So rounding, taking the shoulder blades away from each other, dipping fingers down, maybe even curling them back towards your body. Toes away and relax. Let's take the feet out and wrists out as well. So hands are going out to the sides. Your fingertips are right, pointing out to the right, left hand pointing out to the left. And the same with your legs. Try and see if you can feel that movement coming all the way from your hips. A little bit of twist in the knee, very gentle. And a little bit of twist into the ankle as well. Now taking the hands even further around, maybe taking them down towards the ground. So your forearms, your inside edge of your towards the seat. Engage your belly, allow yourself to be tall in the sides of your body, crown of your head still lifting up, still breathing in and out with beautiful regularity. And release. Bring your hands all the way back. Now we're pointing the fingertips towards each other and bringing the toes in towards each other. You might have to slide your ankles away to give yourself space. So toes are touching as much as possible. Fingertips are touching. Hands are raised up. Arms are raised up. Neck is long. And shoulder blades still moving away from each other. And relax. Give your hands a shake. Give your feet a bit of a wiggle. Really shake it out. Shake it so that you feel your upper arms moving, your torso moving, whole body giving it a little bit of a shake here. And relax. Make yourself some fists. Squeeze really tightly. A little bit of a counter pose just for the fingers there. Maybe you want to squeeze the fingertips in and out a few times. Okay, so coming back to the breath and coming back to starting to work with the hips and moving body with breath. We're going to take a big inhale. And as we exhale, we're folding forward, sliding the hands forward. When you need to take a breath in, moving away, so take your torso away from your thighs, straightening the back even more, and then with your out breath, folding forward. So Paschimottanasana, west facing pose, breathing with each movement, moving with each breath. Now, completely up to you where you want to keep your hands. Some people like to keep them quite close in, so they're on knees or tops of shins. Other people love that stretch in the side body as you move your hands forward. So experiment. There's no reason why you do both. Try one breath, the other the next breath. Noticing what works well for you and where you're finding your comfort, where you're finding the spaces where you can push a little bit more. Pushing into all those little blocked parts of the body, just through not being used. Thank you to our busy lives. We don't necessarily have time to move every little bit of us. We get quite stuck in the same routine. Whether that's time in the car, time sitting in chairs, time standing, time walking. Here we allow a little time for bending and stretching and opening up. And coming all the way back up. Let's take the left leg in. So taking your left foot into the groin, nice and tight. Tuck it in, heel right up as high as possible, left foot flat on the inside edge of your thigh. So get a really nice connection there, nice strong connection. Try and bring that right leg directly in front of you and left leg out to the side as much as possible. So we are Dandasana, right leg, and Balakonasana, left leg. Up tall, keeping your torso directly aligned with your extended right leg. And the same, we're going to move forward with the out breath. Notice what's happening in your hips. Notice the change in sensation. So now we can really focus on that stretch on the back of the right leg. You might find you have a little bit more room to bend forward a little deeper than when both legs are extended out the front, and you might not. Just notice what's going on for you. Notice where you're feeling that stretch the most. It might be in the back of your knee, maybe it's in your Achilles, maybe you are feeling it in your calf or in the thigh, or perhaps even in your hip. And when I say feeling, I really mean that stretch of the muscles that you and tendons and ligaments that you feel is where your limit is. I don't mean any pain or discomfort from something that isn't feeling right. That's the sensation that you need to back off from, and the stretch sensation is the one that you need to lean into. Also notice what's happening in the back of your left hip here. Maybe there's some stretch going on there as well. And then coming all the way up, let's swap legs around. So remember to bring that in as high as possible, and then make sure you have a really nice connection between the sole of your foot and the left thigh. Right thigh out to the side. Nice connection there with the floor as much as possible. And then ensure that your torso is turned a little. It'll feel a little awkward. Your body's going to want to go into that V, bring it round. There you go. And then let's fold forward on the exhale, make space and come up on the inhale. Go at your own pace. Again, easing into it. Allowing your body to feel comfortable with those stretches. Pushing in, letting go, letting the muscles feel safe to relax. Relax your kneecap on the left leg. Keeping that left leg nice and flat to the ground, at the same time trying to relax your knee, finding that length in the leg. Last breath here, last movement. And drawing yourself all the way up. Now we're going to take the legs out wide. Okay, so both legs going out to the sides, bringing your hands to the floor in front of you, leaning forward into your hands. So double stretch, stretch on the right, stretch on the left. And here we're hopefully feeling a nice long stretch on the inner thighs. Maybe also stretch, up to you, whichever feels the right way to go. Not a huge range of movement here. Don't look for a huge range of movement. Unless you've been doing lots of yoga, or you are incredibly flexible. Here we only have a tiny bit of movement and a huge amount of stretch. And hopefully you can really feel it. Opening up those hips. Now we're going to bring a little bit of side bend in just to jazz things up a little. So right arm, right leg, slide down, left arm comes up and over. Now, where do you go to with this? Bottom arm comfortably along the right leg. If you want to increase that, you can always come onto the floor in front. There really isn't much need because actually it's the top arm that's going to be doing most of the work here. We're looking for this stretch all the way along the left side. A nice side bend. Squeezing into the right side of your body. Still keeping those legs nice and pinned to the mat. Well done. And then bringing yourself all the way up. Let's go straight over to the other side. Again, as with all side bends, watch out for that lovely curl that seems to happen where you think, oh gosh, I can get really far on this stretch. And actually what we're looking for is that opening up. So sending the right side of your chest up towards the ceiling. Not allowing your right shoulder to come down towards the ground. Can you feel that stretch in the right side? Can you feel a little bit of squeezing and compression going on in the right, in the left even? Well done. Somebody's holding your hand, lifting you up, and then we come out. Well done. All right. So bring your legs back together, come into Baddha Konasana. So we should have a really good Baddha Konasana stretch here because of all that prep work we've been doing. So we're going to pull the heels in towards the body, send out to the side and lean forward. With the out breath, make space. Breathe in deep right down into your belly, coming away from your legs with the in. Cat and cow combination. One breath, breathing in and out. Well done. Try to make each movement as slow as possible. And be guided by your breath. There you go. When you're at your furthest most point in either asana, think about taking it that few millimeters further. So when you're in your cow, tilting your sit bones up towards the ceiling, trying to get as much connection between the back of your head and the top of your back as you can. Extending in the throat, sending the chin forward. When in your cat, tucking the chin, cat cough trigger, into your chest and pulling your hips forward, squeezing your glutes. Nice tight squeeze of the muscles there, pulling your belly button up towards your spine. So I know you know how to do cat and cow. Just a reminder of going to go to the edge, to the extreme version. And last round, because you've been doing this a little while, thanks to my IT glitches, before coming into Balasana, take your knees wide if you feel like it, keep them together if you'd rather, sending yourself back. And let's open up under the arms. So let's use this resting pose, Balasana, or child pose, or pose of humility, to inch your fingers forward as far as you can, stretching in your elbows, stretching under your arms. It should be feeling quite tight across your shoulders, and then relax your head down, easing across your shoulders, but opening up under your arms. So if you have any movement here to rock gently from side to side, that might feel like pressing armpit down towards the mat and rolling away. Tucking your spine, pressing yourself away. So push your hand. Pressing yourself away from the mat. Breathe. Enjoy that feeling of blood flow to the head. So you're in downward facing dog. You're doing your deep, steady, easy breaths. And then take yourself back into Balasana. So come to rest in Balasana. Okay, coming back to downward facing dog. We're going to stay in downward facing dog for a very brief time right now. Just get into your perfect position before sending your right leg up towards the ceiling. So we're in our three-legged dog. Curl that right foot round to the back and then pulling your right thigh into your chest, rounding your back, coming up onto your left toes and sending that right foot forward between your hands, bringing yourself up into warrior two, straight into warrior two. So think about relaxing your shoulders here. Settling down, taking your hips down towards the ground. Making sure that your hips are aligned with the narrow end of your mat. Strong back left leg. Strong front right leg. Arms raised above, nice and engaged. And then swinging your arms down, straightening that right leg, facing forward before coming over to doing our warrior two on the other side. So making sure that your hips are lined up, taking your arms up nice and strong, and then strong legs as you bend your left knee, lengthen that left leg out behind you. Send your sternum upwards and forwards, lengthening through the front of your body. Feeling all those muscles in your back, lifting your chin slightly, giving yourself length in your neck. And breathe. Coming up again. Turning to the front, hands on hips, Prasarita Padottanasana. Giving yourself a flat back here, only halfway. Lifting your kneecaps. Sending your sit bones out behind you. Stretching through the thighs and calves and hips. And then allow yourself to fold forward. Crossing your arms, allow them to just swing or hang. And let's move from side to side. So bring some movement into your Prasarita Padottanasana. Allow your hips to do the moving. Allow your shoulders to completely relax. Swaying from side to side as far as works for you. Remembering not to lock your legs here. So kneecaps soft. Start to move a little faster. Think about the little twists and turns in your spine as you move from side to side. And then slowly, like a pendulum, coming to rest back in the center. Until you come to a place of stillness again. And from here, we are lifting up. We're going to use the power and strength in the thighs, in the glutes, to slowly round up. So head, neck, and arms come up last. And that might feel quite strong in your back. If it does, bringing your legs a little closer together and easing off until it works for you. Let's come into a balanced posture. We're going to come into tree. We haven't been in tree for a little while. So left leg's going to start on the ground. Make sure you get that lovely connection between the sole of your foot and the floor. Keep yourself nice and upright. And let's take the right leg into a side posture here. So right knee pointing out towards the side, toes pressing down, flat into the mat. So a lovely stretch along the underneath of all your toes. Maybe not all your toes, but the ones that will reach the ground here. And pressing the heel into that spleen point on your left calf. Think about your hips here. They need to be aligned with the long side of your mat. And then staying here or moving to the next little bit of the leg, just on calf, so below your knee. I think it's going to be one of those days, one of those wibble wobble days. I've got carpet and then mat, so that's what I'm going to blame it on. And then comfortable here, staying here, or moving a little higher, taking that right heel into the groin. Up high on the left thigh. Squeeze into your glutes here, squeeze that standing leg. Makes a big difference when you've got a really solid, engaged muscle thigh to stand your foot against. And then hands into whichever posture you feel is right for you for today. Nice long neck and back. Relaxed shoulders. Now we're going to come into a bend. So if it's helpful and you've got your foot up here, you can fold your foot into that crease, leg crease, and then we're gently rolling forward. Whichever version you have your legs in, stay with the legs where they are and folding forward just a little, or however much works for you. Bringing your hands to the floor or to your standing leg, and then gently rolling all the way back up again. Or falling over, or using the very convenient window behind you to balance it. And then releasing. Coming on to standing on the right foot now. Again, taking your time to make sure that you have a really good connection, the sole of your foot and whatever surface you're standing on. And then let's take that left heel into the right spleen point now. Thinking about the hips, nice and open, shoulders wide, shoulder blades relaxed. Breathing in through your nostrils, out through your mouth. And just hearing that breath coming and going, bringing you a sense of peace and relaxation. Moving your foot now up into the next position if it works for you, otherwise staying where you are, opening up the toes and pushing into that spleen point. I shall take my own advice here. Find a fixed spot to stare at with your soft, unfocused drishti gaze, bringing your foot up further if it works for you. Remembering to keep that standing leg engaged. And then whatever position you feel like bringing your arms into today. Noticing if you're wobblier on one side than the other. I've got right side wobblyitis today. And then bringing your foot into the fold of your leg. It works for you. Right side challenges. And then rolling down. Remembering to keep that knee relaxed. And you might be down all the way to the ground with your fingertips or part way. Whatever works for you. Just challenging that standing leg, bringing a little bit more variety into our balanced posture for today. Oi, what a challenge that has been for me today. I hope you've had an easier time of it. And then releasing, giving both legs a little bit of a shake, a little jelly shake. Taking the legs nice and wide now as we come into our warrior one. So we're taking the right toes over to the right, to the narrow end. Let hips stay aligned with the long side, and then shoulders wide, arms out as long as you can. So stretch your left fingers as far away from your right fingers as you can. There you go. Can you feel that stretch in your elbows, in your forearms? Great. And now turning to look over at the middle finger of your right hand. We slide and bend. Quite a firm turn to the neck so that you have your chin above your right shoulder. Left shoulder in line with your right, so not creeping forward. Allowing that back foot to go to a 3/4 turn or whatever is comfortable. Keeping your gaze very soft and unfocused. Your focus is entirely on your body. Taking your left hand down, right hand up now, reaching up with that right arm as you squeeze into the left side. Coming back to level arms. And then leaning onto the right leg, taking your left arm up and over. Stretching all the way from your fingertips on the left side down to the outer edge of your foot. Bringing your left arm down, coming back up, all the way to straight legs. Arms still out to the sides. Send your hips back, come all the way down into a forward fold. Deep forward fold here, sending your sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then using the strength in your legs here to gently bring yourself all the way back up. Well done. And then we are over to the left. So toes moving out to the left side of your mat. Back foot, you'll adjust as you need to. Take your chin to your left shoulder, that one, yep. Neck is long. Try not to raise your shoulders up. And then let's bend into that left knee now. Left thigh strong. Change the position if you need to by moving your feet forwards or backwards. Soft, unfocused gaze. Your drishti point is the tip of your middle finger on your left hand. Taking your right hand back down to your right leg. Left hand comes up to the sky. Left hand coming down, right hand coming up, taking your left elbow into your left knee, right arm comes up and over. Well done. Swinging back now, coming into straight legs, hands to hips. We're going to come from here into downward facing dog, so you need to have a little less distance between your legs before you fold down, walk your hands forward. Coming into your downward facing dog, not for very long enough to feel that you have done your little checklist around the body to make sure that everything is where it should be, and then looking forward to your hands, sending yourself forward into a plank. Adjust the distance if you need to between your hands, between your feet. Nice strong plank here. Well done. Keep holding into your plank. We're going to come into a low arm plank. So taking your forearms to the mat. And from here, we're coming into low side plank. So take your right fist towards your left elbow and turn to the side, putting all of your weight into your right forearm. Raising your left arm up towards the sky, hips are up. If this is very challenging today, take your right knee and your left knee down to the mat. And we're coming from here into Vashisthasana on the other side. So bringing the left forearm to the right forearm, twisting over to the other side, lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling, reaching up, stretch up and lift. Lift your right hip, lift your right hand. Challenge for the shoulders here. Breathing out through your mouth, in through your nostrils, and then bringing that right arm down. Bringing your knees and your belly to the mat. Stretch your feet out, release your toes, stretch forward. So a really lovely stretch here. Inching your fingers forward. So use the floor to creep your fingers forward. Another lovely opening up under the arms. And when you're ready, bringing your forehead down to the mat. And resting your forehead on the mat. Allowing the breath to settle and ease. Three breaths here. So breathing in and out. Thinking about opening up under the arms still. Keeping the shoulders broad as well. And looking up, look towards your hands. Let's bring the right hand back and find the right foot. Keeping your right thigh on the mat. So holding on to the right foot and the right hand. If you need to, you can use a strap or a piece of material if reaching is a little hard. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So left hand finds left foot. So that nice front bit of your foot. Bringing your shoulder blades firmly together. Trying to keep your knees and your thighs together. And also even trying to keep your feet together here. If that feels extremely challenging, take your feet as far away from each other as you need. Take your knees as far away from each other as you need. But do try and keep that nice connection with your shoulder blades moving towards each other. And we're going to add a little bit of a lift here. So take the left thigh off the mat and take the right thigh off the mat. Now pushing, if both is too tricky at the moment, just go on one side and then leave the other side. So take your right hand and right foot away from each other and just focus on the left, and then halfway through change over. I'll tell you when halfway through is. If you can, you're pushing your feet away, allowing your shoulder blades to curl towards each other and lifting off the mat. If you're on one side, swap now. If you're here on both sides, see if you can lift a little higher. Get a little bit more of a bend. Use your legs to stretch your underarms, your shoulders. Use your arms to lift your legs a little higher. Squeeze your glutes and release. Coming back down to the mat, release your legs. Bring your arms into makara and rest your forehead. And we're going to roll over onto our backs. So any way that works for you. Coming to lie on your back. We need a little bit of a counter pose here from that last very strong pose. So holding your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side, and then finding your feet. So we had our feet from behind us, and now we're coming to find our feet in front. So holding on to your toes or to the outer edge of your foot. Outer edge of your foot is more comfortable, or into your calves or into the backs of your thighs, whatever works for you. If you are into your position, start to play. You're in happy baby. So close your eyes. Just intuitively go with the movements that you feel you need. Any bits of you that you haven't stretched, you haven't had an opportunity to stretch in this class and that you want to, go ahead and stretch here. Playing with the legs. Happy baby. Tapping into your connection with your body, with your own body intuition, to do what feels right. And then releasing, coming into that lovely hug, pulling your knees into your chest, your thighs into your chest. Relax your shoulders. Maybe a little bit of movement here from side to side. And then taking your hands out to the sides, come into a side twist. And today, find a side twist that works really well for you, for what you need for today. Maybe that's crossing your legs before you fold over to the side. Maybe that's extending your legs out and finding a connection with the hand. Or maybe it's a standard, gentle side twist, because that's what you need today. And when you've got your legs where you want your legs, bringing your head over to the opposite side, taking that twist all the way up into the back of your neck and your head. Trying to keep a good connection between your shoulders and the mat. And then let's roll our heads back to center. Pull our feet, thighs, legs back into center. And exactly what you did on this side, we need to do on the other side. So let's come into our twist on the other side. If we've got room. If you haven't already, I'd invite you to close your eyes and come into feeling what's going on for you in your body, settling, easing, starting to relax. Getting ready for our final resting pose. And then gently bringing your head back to center, knees back into center, and one last hug. This hug is incredibly important. Every time you hug your knees into your chest, it's an opportunity to say thank you to your body. Thank you for you being able to be who you are. And release. Bringing yourself into Shavasana. Make sure that you're comfortable. Find what you need to be comfortable today in your Shavasana. Is that a little extra padding somewhere? Is it a change of position? Shavasana does not have to be lying on your back, but if you are lying on your back, please have your hands, palms facing upwards. Please take your arms a little away from your body so that you have space all around you. Let your feet flop to the sides, in or out. Lengthen each leg. Lengthen your right leg, sending that heel away from you, and lengthen your left leg. Send your heel as far away as it will go. Lift your right shoulder off the mat, just a few millimeters. Stretch your right arm as far away as your hands will go, and then lay it back down on the mat. Let's do the same with the left. Extending that left arm out, allowing the shoulder to lay back down on the mat, and the same with your arm. Making sure your spine is long. Needing to move your hips, go ahead and move your hips. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Give yourself space. Take your attention to your right foot and relax your toes, relax the sole of your foot, relax your right ankle, relax the top of your foot. Feel that your foot is heavy, soft, completely at rest. Relax your right calf. Relax your right shin. Relax your right knee. And relax your right thigh. Feel that the whole of your right leg is completely at rest. And take your attention to your left foot. And relax your toes. Relax the sole of your foot. Relax your ankle. Relax the top of your foot. Feel that the whole foot is heavy and soft and relaxed, completely at ease. Relax your left calf and your left shin. Relax your knee and relax your thigh. Feel that the whole of your left leg is heavy, completely at rest. Relax your hips. Let your hips feel open and soft, completely supported. And relax the whole of your pelvis. Relax your belly, the sides of your body, and relax your chest. Feel your breath coming and going softly and easily. And take your attention to your right hand and relax your hand. Relax your wrist. Relax your forearm. Relax your elbow. Relax your upper arm. Feel that your whole right arm is easy, soft, relaxed, completely at rest. Take your attention to your left hand. Relax your left hand. Relax your wrist. Relax your forearm. Relax your elbow. Relax your upper arm. Feel that the whole of your left arm is heavy, supported, relaxed, completely at ease. And relax the back of your neck and the sides, and relax your throat. Relax your jaw and your chin and your mouth. Relax your tongue and your cheeks. Relax your nose and your eyes and all the muscles around your eyes. Soften and relax your forehead. Relax your ears. Relax the whole of your scalp. Feel that the entirety of your body is at rest, completely at ease, completely supported. As you breathe in and out, feeling your chest rise and fall. Breathing in through your nostrils, making each breath slow and steady and deep. As you breathe in, feeling a sense of filling your whole body from your toes to your fingers to the top of your head with bright light and warmth, clean, fresh air going to every cell in your body. And as you breathe out, easing into that state of deep, peaceful relaxation, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. As you breathe in, resolving to care, cherish and love yourself a little deeper every day. As you breathe out, letting go of anything that doesn't bring joy, that serves no purpose. As you breathe in, feeling a little lighter, feeling you have choices, feeling incredibly fortunate to be you. As you breathe out, letting go of the weight of things you do not need to carry. As you breathe in, starting to become aware of the space around you. the energy around your body. Imagining what that might look like, shimmering, glowing, sparkling, shining. Is it warm? Is it comforting? Feel that you're encased in a protective bubble of warmth and positivity and light. And with your next breath in, filling up as deeply as you can, taking that breath right down into your belly, to the sides of your body, into your back, up under your collarbones, into your throat. And as you breathe out, with your eyes closed, slowly coming to rest on your right side. Feeling the sensation of the blood flowing around your body, feeding every cell, removing anything that's not needed. As you breathe in, again filling up with light and positivity and energy and warmth. And as you breathe out, coming up to sitting, still keeping your eyes closed, keeping that space you've created, keeping that connection with mind, body, and spirit. That deep reconnection will stay with you all day, through your week. You can tap into it anytime, just with quiet sitting or breath work or being focused in on your body. Now breathing in, taking your hands to heart center, dropping your forehead down towards your fingertips. Breathing out, feeling your shoulders are wide, the spine is long. As you breathe in, gently opening your eyes. On your next in-breath, raising your head up, coming back to the space around you. Welcome back.